Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start?
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This one completes. It's Onion underneath.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In motion right, that's Hardman. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Shrugs him off. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Hurts throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Elliott good with the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Jason, I don't want to tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Here's Hardman to return.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Eagles had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Tonyan.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's complete. But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Now a 3rd and 6. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Hardman on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A solid stiff arm. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
In motion right, that's Hardman.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 20. Touchdown! Philadelphia! Big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left on 4th down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
In motion right, that's Hardman. Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as he's stopping behind the line. That 2nd down play needs a -4.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Brad Robbins now. That's taken at around the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down, here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Hurts. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Robert Tunyon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A little juke. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
63, 63, 63. Easy, 63, 63, back.
Hurts sets up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jared Stingley picks it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking deep here for Mooney.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bengals.
Darnell Mooney, 45 yards. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bengals 14. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there for Philly.
So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mixon with a first down carry. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, powering his way forward.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. 25 yards.
And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. This one was over as he just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 155 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 56, Bengals 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This that uses motivation for the rest of the time.